This is Kevin from Aircon. We're going to cover condensation on casing or copper pipes. So if you see your aircon trunking having this condensation, let's pull, okay. So especially if you stay in a HDB flat, um, they put the copper pipes, the water pipe inside a casing like this, and it runs from the condenser to your aircon. And if you see a lot of condensation forming on this casing, um, it can be due to a number of reasons. As you can see, is that this is a set of copper pipe, electrical wire. This is a water pipe, and this material that actually goes around it is in the industry is normally called Armaflex or the insulator. So basically what this does is that it insulates, because the copper pipe is cold, even the water pipe is cold because the condensate water that comes through the pipe is cold, and this, as a result, this must be properly insulated, otherwise there will be condensation. And as you can see is that this is a standard box, 3" by 2". Look at this, a copper pipe, one set of, oh goodness, one set of these copper pipes, and electrical cable is almost enough to fill up this whole box. We've seen many times they pack 3 sets of such copper pipes into a 3" by 2" box, or at least 2 sets of this. Trust me, look at this space, it's gonna be so jam-packed. And what happens is that you end up pushing the everything into this box and squashing the insulation material, so much so that the insulation is touching the copper, totally flattened out. And when it's flattened out, there's no insulation. And sometimes you can see that the marking is like curvy. That's because this copper pipe is soft. So when technicians pack it in, they can't pack it all the way straight, and sometimes it's curvy. So, and we've seen even worse case is that these copper pipes are not lined up properly. They crisscross. And when they crisscross, it causes even more problem, and there's a lot of squashing, there's a lot of fighting for space. So you've got bad insulation, and as a result you get condensation problem. So this condensation problem is it's not so severe when your aircon is brand new. But why is it so? That's because when your aircon is brand new, it's efficient. But as your aircon gets old and dirty, the aircon is no longer efficient, so your aircon is working harder. So for instance, if at 25 degrees Celsius setting, your aircon might be running, for instance, for 3 minutes, it rests for another 7 minutes, and then another 3 minutes, and rest for 7 minutes. So you have these cold pipes that is cold for 3 minutes and then resting for 7 minutes. So on an average, they are not that cold. And of course the amount of condensation that's removed from the water pipe is also less. But when your aircon is choked and not efficient, it's not cooling the room down, and the compressor will be running non-stop. So you're sending in cold refrigerant for maybe the full 10 minutes. So, and then of course it also causes excessive condensation, and that's why your room is dry, because too much moisture is being removed. So this stress condition, coupled with an insulation that is being squashed, causes the enormous condensation that is formed on the trunking material. So also be careful on what temperature setting you're running your aircon. If you set it at 18 degrees, you're guaranteed to cause this problem, because the compressor will not be cutting out. You will be causing a stress condition for your aircon. And another thing to take note is that once condensation problem occurs, it may be there to stay, because this this box actually traps the moisture inside. It doesn't dry up. So unless you open up the casing and dry up everything, then otherwise when you use the aircon, of course these pipes are cold and the condensation problem will never go away. So once you reach a stress condition, the problem is usually there to stay. And the other possible problem is less common, but it does happen, is that it's not due to condensation but due to the water pipe, a dislodged PVC water pipe due to poor installation. So this original pipe that comes out from the aircon is being connected to the water pipe here, as we have seen. And if this is a 16 mm pipe, the original pipe from the aircon is slightly smaller than the internal diameter. So actually technicians needs to make sure that they have taken the external diameter of the original pipe before they insert in and putting a tape around here. Failure to do so, if they simply push it in with a huge gap and then taping this around, then you're just relying on the adhesiveness of the electrical tape to insulate this. After some time it gets wet, the electrical cable fails, and then you will see water seeping out and into the casing. So these are the two common reasons of condensation on copper pipe. And thanks for watching my video. My name is Kevin from Aircon Sticker. Bye bye.